What is up, everyone? Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday, the 29th of September, 2022. Now with all new themed holiday decorations behind me for the month of October. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the content today, if you saw it. If you didn't, today was pretty neat, because not only do we have all new decorations behind me for the month of October, but we have all new animations in conjunction with contributions. I think 5 new tip animations, 4 new Super Chat animations, and today we saw 3 of each. I think today we saw $5, $10, $20 tips. Yeah, $5, $10, and $20 tips we saw. And then on the Super Chat side, we saw the standard Super Chat, $5 Super Chat, and a few others. Yeah, we saw larger ones in the morning. But what's funny is during the day, I added even more. Like, no exaggeration, during the day, I was getting more animations being sent to me. I was like, wow, just keep adding them. So at this point, even after a full day of streaming, we have only seen like half of the new animations. But the thing is, some of them are for larger denominations. I mean, how often are you going to get a $50 tip? Not often. So you're not going to see those cool animations until those bigger tips come in, right? All right, that being said, great podcast today. Not only did I talk about my day off, all these new decorations, the schedule, because now we have the Evil Within into the schedule coming up and all kinds of fun stuff there. There was tons of gaming news to talk about today. There was a lot of stuff to talk about. So it was a pretty darn good podcast as we headed into the fall. It was a really good way to start it. Today's first stream was the Evil Within 1, which you guys voted for. In a poll on my day off, it was either the Evil Within 1 or Dead Space 1. Neither of them I had played in about 8 to 9 years. No exaggeration, Evil Within 1 won by about 10 to 15 votes out of over 1,500 votes. That's the small amount of votes that won this poll. So, playing on Xbox Series X literally looks exactly the same as it did when it was new in 2014. There's no graphical improvements here or anything like that. I had forgotten that the beginning of the game is purposely designed to feel like the beginning of Resident Evil 4. I'd completely forgotten about that, because it definitely is. You got these crazy, insane, villagers who are kind of like monsters coming at you, and you have very limited ammo, and, your melee attacks don't do shit. So eventually you're basically trying to just survive, trying to run around, find ammo, use bear traps and stuff on them. Very Resident Evil 4 reminiscent. And I had totally forgotten about that whole part of the game. I remember the later parts where you're in the asylum. There's epic boss fights. There's creepy corridors. There's guys coming after you who are nuts. But this is different. An homage to the old stuff that Shinji Mikami had done. But I'll be honest. It was about 2.5 hours of gameplay. I didn't get 3 hours in today because the podcast went so long. It was quite boring. I'm not going to lie. There was not much scary. And it is a very slow start. I remember criticizing the game for that. Now, when I'd actually reviewed it, I had said, they had claimed that this is supposed to be spiritual successor to Resident Evil, but it was going to change things up and be different. In reality, it doesn't feel like it changed that much. At least this early segment, for sure. So, I'm definitely excited for more, but what I can definitely tell you is, like, it started off exciting, more people were here, and then over the course of me playing, people were like, this is kind of boring. I'm like, actually, yeah, the start of the Evil Within actually is a little boring. It gets better the further in you get. Then on the late stream, it was MultiVersus. Now, this is kind of a problem, all right? Allow me to explain. MultiVersus is a game that I've played now for over 2 months. I really like the game, all right? It's the longest I've ever played a platforming combat fighter like this. Even Smash Brothers, never really played it to this extent or tried this many characters out seriously or anything. I just kind of messed around with those games. This game I've actively tried to learn, and every time I play, I get epic fights that are close and nail biters, and oh my god, the double epic elimination. I had one tonight with the safe with Bugs Bunny. Pretty fun stuff. I hate to say it, I just don't think my audience is into it. And I don't know how to get them into it, because I've tried for 2 months, Lord knows. Tried to get people hyped for this game, try to get people excited. In this case tonight, it was a second straight grinding night, trying to grind in-game currency to get Rick Sanchez, the new character. I need to earn the credits. And the thing is, I've hit a wall. We're at a point in the game now where the only way you could significantly raise this currency is by playing with new characters. How do you play with new characters when you've already played with everyone and everyone's like level 7 to 10? Those early levels where you earn currency are gone now. So I'm playing with my best characters like Batman and Iron Giant and Velma and Bugs Bunny. I'm getting wins, but I'm playing for 2 hours straight and only raising 700 coins. The characters cost 3,000 coins. I think we're starting to see the problem here. Okay, so I was like, well, if people are bored, I hope they'll at least engage and talk to me. There were about 200 to 250 people here tonight on the stream, and literally the people who talk to me are the people who talk to me every night. Jade, Derek, No Sleep Real Vibes, Haseo, and maybe 2 or 3 others. Literally everyone else was there, but was paying no attention to me. They were not tagging me in the chat and asking me anything. They were basically completely off in their own world. That's not good. The whole point of me streaming is not for me to be playing a game by myself. The point is that it's supposed to be an interactive community experience. And I almost feel like that's being lost with MultiVersus now. And that's not a good thing. I want it to be every game I'm playing, people are engaged, having fun. When I'm doing a late night chill stream, we talk a ton. When I'm doing a stream like Street Fighter, right, you guys enjoy the fact that I'm doing this old school, retro, high-end gameplay for those older games. And then we also get to talk between the matches when we're trying to matchmake. When we're playing MultiVersus, no one's talking about the game. No one's talking to me. So why am I streaming it, right? And that's, I hate to say it, yeah. And what's funny is, shitheads will say it's about money. And it's actually not. There's been streams of MultiVersus that have done really well. And then there's all of a sudden a stream of MultiVersus that does terrible. One stream ago, we made like $80 on a MultiVersus stream. That's great. For a late night stream of MultiVersus, that's incredibly good. Today we did 30. Today we raised like $25 in the first 5 minutes of the stream. Everyone stopped paying attention. And at the end of the stream, I got like one more tip. So it ended up being like $30 total. And it's like, there was no engagement. You understand? It wasn't, there's no engagement. There's no consistency to it anymore. I don't know how to make MultiVersus entertaining to you guys. I just don't. I like the game. I think watching it and playing it is fun. Like there were some epic ends tonight where I got double eliminations and stuff. That's neat. So I don't get why it seems like the game is just not that popular with my audience. It's just weird. It seems like my audience, sometimes the games catch on and sometimes they don't. And this is one that's not. I gave it 2 months. So here's the thing. I like MultiVersus. I don't want to say goodbye to it. But I can't have streams of MultiVersus where people are disengaged and not paying attention, not caring, and quite frankly, we would rather me be doing anything else. So we're going to give it one more shot later in the week. When? Well, it's going to be a while because tomorrow night we got Street Fighter. We got the Marathon on Saturday. We got Sunday Night Bites on Sunday. We got Disney Dreamlight on Monday. And then, of course, the new release of Overwatch 2 on Tuesday, which I might want to play all day. So, I mean, realistically, we may only play MultiVersus one more time later on this week, okay? Maybe like Wednesday night. So we'll see. But, yeah, I was not happy with how tonight went. I want my streams to be full of people who are enjoying what's going on, whether it's interacting with me, the game, or both. And it seemed like, again, besides the usual small handful of regulars who are kind of nice and positive no matter what, the vast majority of people, hundreds of people who are on that stream were not engaged. To give you some perspective, okay, we couldn't get 100 likes. 200 to 250 people on the stream, and we couldn't even get 100 likes. What happened? Because people weren't even paying attention. I was be like, hey guys, can I get some likes? And like 2 would come in because hundreds of people not paying any attention to the stream. See what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let's see what happens later in this week. I'll play it one more time. And by the way, we should absolutely this time have the currency to buy Rick. But we'll make the determination if we want to keep it in the rotation or not. I personally like it. At the same time, recently we actually found some other new games on Game Pass that would make some pretty neat late night chill streams, I feel. So, we'll see what happens, okay? Overall, today was not a bad day at all. I definitely enjoyed coming back and having all these new festivities going on, the new animations, new members goal, which I announced. People seem pleased with the new members goal and all of that. But I do hope, honestly, that things pick up a little bit tomorrow because we didn't even hit like a tier 2 goal today at all. Tonight, like I said, $30 the entire stream of MultiVersus. So it's a disheartening start when it comes to support, but I'm here 7 days this week, which I announced on the podcast today. So I'll tell you guys, I'm here 7 days. So it's a long week for me. Hopefully things will pick up. I think they will. What are we doing tomorrow? Earthbound. End game content of Earthbound. I predict 2 more streams to beat it. This next stream is going to be a heavy focus on the final 2 My Sanctuary places. And we just finished Stonehenge, right? So just finishing Stonehenge, I think we have, I'm trying to remember what's next. Because I can't really remember. I think we need to do 1 or 2 more critical things. We went back to town, right? We went back to the main town. I think we have to go back to Threed. When you go back to 3, there's something else that happens. I can't remember. But We definitely have 2 more My Sanctuary spots to do, so maybe that'll be tomorrow, and then the finale will be the next stream. We'll see. But it should be good. And again, if you've been enjoying the Earthbound streams, thank you, because people have been showing up, engaging, and supporting those streams. I really appreciate it, because I really like the playthrough, okay? Tomorrow night, Capcom Fighting Collection and Friday Night Fights. Now, here's the thing. They updated this collection on Tuesday. They added quality of life improvements that, quite frankly, don't really improve anything, because there's no player base online for this game. Why are you adding the ability to see the connection of your opponent before you accept the match when there's no opponents? Do I really care if it says the connection is bad when I literally waited 10 minutes to even find anyone to play this game? Or am I just going to say, fuck it, just play them, right? So I don't know how it's going to go. We're going to see tomorrow night. It's going to help determine if we keep this game in the rotation or not. I want to. I love old school Street Fighter. I don't want to see Friday Night Fights go away. But sadly, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay? Remember, Saturday's the big marathon event. I'm reacting to the Keemstar documentary. It's going to be a chill, fun time. Hope you'll join me for that if you can. All right, guys? Thank you so much. If you're looking for more Evil Within, it's a good question. Like, when is it coming back? Sunday, right? Because, when you think about this, because tomorrow is Earthbound. The marathon's on Saturday. So Sunday's main stream will be my next session of Evil Within. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night. I'll see you in the AM. Peace out.